So growing up here in Deming, New Mexico, this is my playground. This is where I would hang out. The Balboa restaurant, swimming pool I used to swim in when I was little. And this is the hotel that my aunt, my tia, ran. And I would play in all these hotel rooms and pretend I worked here and make beds and run through the laundromat and cause havoc in this short little area. So this was where I grew up, and this was my play yard, was in this area. The Balboa restaurant and motel area. So a lot of memories here, crazy memories. It's so weird to be back here and to see all this place. It's been 7 years since I've been here. I brought my grandmother back here after she passed away and buried her at the cemetery here in town. So even before that, I don't even know, maybe 10, 15 years since I'd been back to Deming. So it's so weird. So I'm gonna show you a little bit more stuff around here. My grandmother over here, this is the motel, but it's now been like renovated into little apartments here and there. But down here, I don't know if anyone lived there. I don't think so. But these two apartments right here, this is where my grandmother lived. This is where she lived for, I don't know, maybe 10 years, maybe. But they had, my tia, her sister, had gotten room 24 and 25, knocked down the wall and made it this huge apartment. So this is where she was living until she fell, and then I had her move to Phoenix with me until she passed. So yeah, this door right here is a laundromat. It is scary as HE double sticks because it is dark and there's a big machine in there and it's freaky. But yeah, so good old Deming, Balboa. Funny thing about the Balboa, in my family there have been two entrepreneurs, so it's in my blood. The first one was my tia, who owns this restaurant and motel. She was the first entrepreneur with her husband and her family who ran it. And the second entrepreneur is my Theo, who is my grandmother's brother. He owns a landscaping business here in Deming. So it runs in our blood, the entrepreneurship and running your own business. So I guess it was just meant for me to own a marshmallow shop. So this is the room where I used to play at, and back in the day, they still have food in here, but this used to be just filled with food. And I would pretend that my sister would be taking orders, and I would grab the ingredients and then put them into the kitchen here at the restaurant. And we would sit here and play all day, and play restaurants and make sure, and people would see everything that we do here. So we have this here. These plates have been here forever, as long as I've known, where these used to be a hot plate, and we would sit back here and there'd be fresh tortilla chips up here and sopapillas. They make the sopapillas back here on the griddle and chile rellenos, and I'd pretend to wash dishes. And this was my playground growing up, was in this restaurant here. So here's also the restaurant. Back there used to be where people would check in for the hotel when it used to be open, but we'd sit in here and this place would be full of people just eating and enjoying all their good stuff. And let me show you this register. Register's crazy.
And I do remember, it's just that I have to, it's like,
Look at this thing. This is such an old school register.
And I can see the word in
This, I used to sit here and just push buttons all the time. Just push the buttons. And then down here, there used to be candy always down here, certs and gum and candy bars. And I'd grab those, of course, and then run outside so my tia wouldn't see me, who's over there talking. And then another thing I would do is I'd come over here and grab a cup and get some Pepsi and then run back there and drink it. So childhood memories. This is where I grew up at. This is pretty awesome. I'm glad I get to share this with you guys because this is crazy. This place still looks the same. 45 years old and this place still looks the same. It's crazy. But had so much fun here growing up and with my friends and my family and just old stories. Now these bathrooms, there's these bathrooms and they just scare the shit out of me. Sorry for the bad word. They used to just scare me, but let me show you. I'm not going in there. I'll open the door and show you. And they still smell the same. Look down there. Who wants to use the restroom? Not me, but that's where they're at. And I would run in there. I would run down that hallway, or I'd run outside and try to find a bathroom because I could not go. They were so scary. But Yep, this is where my stomping grounds, my old stomping grounds is in this area. It's pretty awesome. I'm glad I had to share this with you. Another day here in the Balboa in Demi, New Mexico, and look, they're open today. So we're gonna check out a small business and being open and the challenges that they're having and, you know, all that fun stuff. But they're open. Just wanted to say, you know, small business, there's days where I'm tired and I wonder, and it's funny because I was talking to my tia and we're talking about, you know, some months you make it and some months you don't. Some months you wonder how you keep the doors open. And they've been here, I'm 45 years old, so it's been 45 years that they've been here and they're still open. They're open right now. And my tia does all the cooking, which I was just flabbergasted because she is 87, I think, and she's cooking in there right now for the guests. So, you know, the days where I'm like on my knees praying and crying and wondering, how do I keep the doors open next month? Man, I am absolutely grateful for what I have and what I've achieved, because to see her do what she is still doing just tells me that I can do this still. I can continue to keep doing this and hopefully thrive off of it and grow and be successful. And it's inspiring. It's definitely inspiring. We're gonna go inside. She's cooking. I love this door. I love this knob. It's just me again. You get to be on video. I was telling everybody how you're still doing the cooking after how many years?
43.
43 years.
Too long.
Too long.
I'm ready.
You're ready to put up the towels?
I'm
Put up the
ready.
tortillas?
I'm ready. There's a tortillas over there.
Yes. Do it yourself.
What are you going to have, mija?
I don't know. I don't know yet. Yeah, you're going to outlive all of them.
Yeah.
You're going to outlive all of them. You and Carlos.
Well, you know, Tio Carlos said, he told him when he came down to the entrance, he goes, this one's going to bury all of us.
And then you know what? It's all the hard work because you kept your brain going.
I kept myself busy.
Yeah.
And I thank God every day because I have to get up. I know I have to get up and come down here.
Yeah.
I guess that's what keeps
Yeah.
me going, you know.
Yeah. So that is my tia back there, still cooking for the guests here in the restaurant. She's gonna make me some amazing food. I'm excited. Normally I eat a Pop-Tart in the morning or a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, but I hope to aspire to be just like this woman in my business as I get older. Small business is hard. You've got to rely on the trends. You've got to rely on a lot of stuff, and when prices go up for ingredients and rent and taxes, it's taxing on you mentally and health wise. But as my tia says, you got to keep busy in order to stay alive. Our family has dealt with a lot of dementia and sicknesses, and this little lady here is going to outlive all of us. And so I'm looking forward to a long, healthy, prosperous relationship in my business and with my guests. And like I said, inspiration right here when days get hard at work, when I'm at my shop and I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. I have this to look forward to and know that it's possible. So I'm very grateful for this family member in my life. And there's my cousin waitressing. The two of them running this small business for as long as they have has definitely inspired me to remember that I can do this. Even through the hard times, the hard months, the slow weeks, I can do this. I love what I do, and I want it to succeed. And they have now inspired me to keep moving forward. I'm influenced by these two, and they're not even on Instagram. I love my family, and I'm thankful.